Well, I figured, I know you guys are tired of this mold work, but I figured you guys would like to see the end results of a week's worth of work. Uh, so this will be the last mold video. What I'm doing now is I'm sanding out any imperfection in the mold so that when the gear come out, they'll be perfect. Because I don't want to have to sand anything when I pop these gear out. So what'll happen is we'll get a perfect representation of this gear right here. So I'm working on the top because it's basically all you see. I mean, the bottom is pretty close now, but this stuff will polish just like metal because it's aluminum. I think it looks like JB Weld myself. And it kind of acts like JB Weld. I bet if I got any problems with this, I could use JB Weld to fix it. I don't know what it weighs, but it's very heavy. So I got to go get some material at Harbor Freight here. Figured I'd come on for just a little bit when I do this. I've got to get off these landing gear though. It's killing the channel. You guys seem like you don't want to learn anything. What I'm doing here is just sanding out the any little bumps that might be in there. I got a call Monday for some gel coat. If you got windy gear and you're looking to replace them, Len is sending me Windy's molds, so I can make windy gear too. These will be better gear because they're airfoil. He's got flat molds. What I'm getting out here is right here, this imprinted A stopper. After 5 in the morning. Well, you're up early. Is that yesterday or tomorrow there? Danny said, "Don't be afraid to sand on this mold." So, okay, I won't. I'll make it perfect. We like perfect. I'll be back to building airplanes here next week. I'll do one landing gear and one tank a day. But I won't show it online. No. Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. So it's Sunday there. Oh, it's windy out. We're going flying Tuesday. What would you reduce the P-47 to for a Stalker 60? If you reduced it 10%, it would be probably fine. If you built it light. I mean, the original had a PA-61 in it. Maybe even 5%. Big, it's not too big. It's just if you can get light wood. And I got one more hanging on the wall that I need to finish. But I kind of lost interest in it when I figured that I can't build it light enough. That airplane needs to be in the 50s, not in the 70s. Yeah, looks pretty good. Well, I got to build another airplane just so I can use my, yeah, probably 5%, I think, would be better. I got to build another airplane just so I can use my landing gear, wheel pants that I'm going to make, and the tanks. So we're going to have an airplane come up use with this gear. It's nice. Gotta be perfect. That looks pretty good. So I won't make any gear till tomorrow. I want this mold to fully cure before I start adding resin and shit to it. I guess I could sand this too. There's a little imperfection there. Of course, this is in the bottom side of the gear. But it took me a week of work and $100 to make this mold. I get enough material to make one more mold. I'm not sure whether I want to make landing gear or start working on my rev up prop program or wheel pants, one of the two. I mean, probably do wheel pants. Let's see how that would work. Where are the wheel pants? I know I had them here. If they were up there. Huh. Put them in here. No, they might have fell down behind. So anyway, we're gonna make these doggies right here. I guess I ought to take that last mold making stuff I got, fill this one. Things that make you go, Oh well, gotta think about it. Landing gear is $50. And they will be heat cycled and beautiful. I've already sold 3 sets, so I gotta get them. I gotta make at least 3. But I told them it was going to be a little bit. I knew it would take some time to make this mold. Well, you can always pay me more if you want. Set of wheel pants, I don't know. I haven't made them yet, so I have to see how much labor is going to go into making a pair. Might do a gear wheel pant special. I don't know. But not everybody wants wheel pants. Everybody needs gear. I'm thinking about doing some legs for wing mounted gear in carbon. Got to go to Hardly Freight to buy some clamps that I can get inside my hot box. My clamps are too long. This mold came out perfect though. Professional. I don't know what the postage is to New Zealand, and I'll send them anywhere. So tomorrow we'll lay a gear up, and we shall see what they look like. But I think they're going to be beautiful. And that stuff polishes just like aluminum. You know how much this would cost to have a machine shop make this mold? Woo! several $1,000s. Okay. Any flaws that are in this mold will show up in the gear, so we got to get them out now. Well, I know you guys didn't care much for this composite series, but you don't want to buy them from me. At least now you'll know how to make them. This is a 4/0 steel wool. Polishing them with. What I'm told, I could go down to 5,000 grit and polish it with my wheel, but we don't need to do that. I just need to get it super smooth because the PVA goes on there. Yeah, I can always go back if it don't look good, but it should. Yeah, these gears shouldn't have any problem with HDR 250. What the hell is this? Is that? Who's this? Boy, I sure come a long ways from the first molding project I did in 2014. Now, I was asked, why didn't this go all the way down to the bottom? Because phenolic plates get clamped at the end to make sure that the wheels are run flat and true. So we'll let that sit for a minute. Work on this part. If you're not already a member, please consider joining and becoming a member. It helps the channel out. It helps me out so that I can bring you this type stuff. None of this stuff is cheap. None of it's cheap. So let me go through the process one more time, how this gear was made. Where'd it go? First I built a form out of balsa wood, plywood, Z-epoxy. It looks like this. I clayed it up inside. Oh, other way. And I put 14 strips of 50K toe in that mold. Then I peel plied it and let it sit. I added carbon plate top and bottom to give it some thickness at the fuselage mount. Then I took it out of this form here and I sanded it to an airfoil shape. So now we got an airfoil shape. I built a dam out of these parts. Here's part of it here. To dam up, oh, it goes this way. To dam up for the pour. Then that dam set into the melamine, or whatever you call this stuff, like so. The other piece here. No, that ain't it. These are the ends. So many parts to this shit. And it took, like I said, it took me a week to do. This is for the top mold. Anyway, this is a completed U shape here. Put two sides on it, clamp it together, stood it up like so, and poured in 75 ounces of what is this stuff? Yeah. 75 ounces of HAC 560 and stirred the piss out. Took 10 minutes to stir. Plus, you got to add the hardener, which is, I had it figured out here. I don't know what, off the top of my head, what it is. 15% of 75 is 11 1/4. So we've got 11 1/4, 75, and 11 1/4 is 75, 85, 86, 86 and a half ounces total for this. Let's see what it weighs. That's what I poured in, 86 ounces of material. Both the top and the bottoms were equal. Power. This should weigh 80 some ounces. 84.9. And this one here should be the same weight. 81.8. So we ran out of material. So I was a couple ounces short. Anyway, it took the full gallon to make half a gallon for the bottom, half a gallon for the top. So then I picked all the clay out of this, you know, because you got it clayed up on that board. I picked all the clay out of this and then shot PVA, polyvinyl alcohol, on top of this mold as a parting agent. Then I built, making sure to put in the draft angles in the ends, but then I built a parting board like this on both sides and clamped it again and poured the top. I did that last night at 6 o'clock. So 6, 12, about 14 hours later, I demolded it. It's supposed to wait 24, but we're not going to use this till tomorrow anyway. I'm not going to lay any gear up until tomorrow. So it'll be good and hard. So it is a long, drawn-out process. It, like I say, it took me a week to build this mold. Of course, you know, dry time doesn't count, cure time. But I was sleeping when it was curing, so it don't matter. And you know, I probably made some mistakes. I mean, it'll be fine. No mistakes that you can see. So, if you don't want to make them, or if you don't want to buy them, you can make them. The first gear is going to cost you about $300, maybe $400. Plus time. Because you got to add in all the other little stuff that I didn't figure in for the cost of the $3 a bucket for the plastic tubs, because they're no good after one use. So that's $6. Got the phenolic. I don't remember what I charged for that, or what was charged to me for that. The PVA, the Partol wax. I'd say there's probably 200 in material in making this. And then, of course, you got to have the desire to do it. But if you want something custom that I ain't going to make, that's how you do it. Then, of course, you got the cost of the toe. This is some 50K. I got a creel of 24K. I called the Aerospace Composites, and they're waiting on getting their toe in right now. The 50K. Shit, it's $750 for a creel. Now, they don't charge by the foot, they charge by the pound. I'm real happy with this mold, though. It's going to be a nice product. Good and shiny. So the only thing to do when it comes out of the mold is clean the flashing off the edge, and it'll be flashed on the edge, and ship it. Be ready to go. Okay, that's it. We'll let it set for a day and lay up some more gear. I'm going to clean this up. I might be back later with a woodworking. We'll work on the Viper a little bit and get the push rod in it from the horn to the flaps anyway. And maybe work on the cowl some. But I'm going to put this in the hot box, I think, to cure. Break the glass. That's how the mold gets closed right there. The nice parting line. Beautiful. Any questions, guys? God, it's so heavy. Had a little bit of the resin seep past the edge right there when I poured the top last night. So I'm still working on getting it off. Yeah. Yeah. The reason I'm going to leave it clamped like this is so that when I warm it up, it doesn't move, and then let it cool. It'll be fine. Need to tilt these this way so they go in there. I'm going to Harbor Freight because I got to get some clamps that are shorter than this. I might have some in the garage now that I think about it. And I think I did get some 24 inchers. These are, I don't know how long they are. 40, 30. Can't close the door on the hot box with these things sticking out. Let's see what the depth is. I'm probably not even going to mess with that. I'll just go to Harbor Freight. Some clamps. 13 inches. 13 inches. And we got, yeah, if I had a couple C clamps, it probably would work, except the handles would probably stick out too far. So I need a 12-inch bar clamp. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later on with some building. I know you guys are dying to see me sand. Did you guys want to see me put the headliner in my car or not? I'm going to take the headliner out and do the fabric up here on the workbench. I'm also going to touch up the paint on the door with some factory match paint, base coat, some 2K clear, and some blending agent, and make it look perfect. These are the type of things you can learn on my channel if you're paying attention. Alrighty, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.